person, so take it away.
Yeah, so this is about Nicola Sturgeon, who actually isn't my favourite person.
No.
Favourite person is somebody else. But Nicola Sturgeon says she still considers herself British despite pledging to break up the union. So she was doing this, she's been doing a show, a sort of interview show at the Edinburgh Fringe. I think this is what it's from. Yep. It hasn't sold out, by the way. Jerry Sadowitz sells more tickets. But she described national identity as complex and stressed an independent Scotland would still be part of the British Isles. So it's reassuring to know that she understands that it's an island and she can't just move it to the Azores.
Yeah, it's not something you need to say. You can't just chisel it away and float off into the ocean.
There's such an odd claim, wasn't it? British identity comes from being part of the British Isles. She's basically saying her body's here, but her heart is in Brussels, but she admits that she is physically in the British Isles. Yeah,
so she sees, she still has a British identity, but she still thinks the northern part of the British Isles would be better if there was a hard border and a separate currency and a completely different political and economic system.
Well, it's very interesting, because in this interview at the Edinburgh Fringe, she was asked about the cancellation of Jerry Sadowitz's show, which we covered on this show a few days ago, and she was talking about how comedy is all about pushing the boundaries, and she's saying, you know, we've part of the problem with modern society if we've lost the ability to recognise that none of us 100% agree with any other human being. So she's trying to put the free speech argument here, but her SNP have pushed through this draconian hate speech bill that would criminalise comedians. And so what's going on?
Well, the President, sorry to just jump in on this, but the President specifically referenced the hate crime bill which Sturgeon's SNP brought through. They specifically referenced it as a reason for cancelling Jerry Sadowitz.
So why didn't she mention it in conversation?
She didn't. What she should have said, obviously she's at the Fringe, so she's got an audience of arts lovers there, so they don't want to hear that, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a complete totalitarian nightmare, I'm an autocrat, and I want all speech banned. She can't come out and honestly say that. So she said, oh, I'm a passionate believer in freedom of expression, and people should laugh more to deal with life's horrors. But yeah, hate crime bill, cancelled Jerry Sadowitz.
Well, the hate crime bill has a section on the public performance of a play. So if there's a play she don't like, it's going to get ditched and you're going to be in prison.
You know, a hate crime bill extends to stirring up hatred, which you could argue, if you wanted to, that Jerry Sadowitz was doing if he was so inclined. But yeah, a certain group of people are sophisticated enough to say, oh, I totally believe in freedom of speech, but I don't in any way. You know what I mean? The same people that cancelled Dave Chappelle and people like that. They say, oh, no, I'm a big believer in freedom of speech, and then they list why they're definitely not.
It's that but you've got to watch out for, isn't it?